here we are. OCA Media Sports is proud to bring you this exciting Panther soccer match. Today, this afternoon, live from Huntoon Field, round 2 of the playoffs. The Oregon Panthers against the Milton Red Hawks. It's a beautiful day in Oregon, and you know it's a big game when the governor's here in the stands watching his grandson play. So that's exciting. Had a chance to say hi to the governor, and we're going to be ready to go in a minute. Players are getting ready to line up to come out on the field. I'm Tim Higgins, so thanks for joining for today's live stream on OCA Media Sports. This game is brought to you with support from our generous sponsors: Bill's Food Center, Stoughton Health, the Oregon Athletic Booster Club. Join our team today and help support our student athletes. And by the Oregon Area Community Coalition. Parenting teens is hard. We're here to help. OCA Media is excited to welcome One Community Bank as our scoreboard sponsor for Oregon soccer. Teams are lining up, and we'll have the introductions in a moment.
Good afternoon and welcome to Huntoon Field for this afternoon's WIAA Boys Varsity Soccer match between the Milton Red Hawks and the Oregon Panthers. Let's meet today's starting lineups. First, for the Milton Red Hawks, number 1, Zachary Zimmerman. Number 3, Noah Gerard. Number 4, Caleb Billhorn. Number 7, Brandon Tenorio. Number 9, Xander Vilbrandt. Number 10, Deegan Riley. Number 14, Brendan Slagle. Number 15, Chase McCumber. Number 18, Braden Borderding. Number 21, Ivan Sikora. And number 22, Carter Smith. The Red Hawks are coached by Ryan Wagner, assisted by Jorge Tenorio and Tim Hall. In this afternoon's starting lineup for the Oregon Panthers, number 00, Jack Kreckman. Number 2, Luke Bennett. Number 3, Mason Dierks. Number 5, Colin Vandermouse. Number 6, Kellen Dierks. Number 7, Noah Malcook. Number 8, Carter Ullman. Number 10, Anthony Ellert. Number 11, Casey Schenecker. Number 12, Max Westfield. And number 16, Daniel Compton. The Panthers are coached by Chris Mitchell, assisted by Kevin May, Jake Zier, and several others who may be hiding over there. At this time, to honor America and those defending our freedom, we ask those who are able to please rise, remove your hats, and join us in the playing of the national anthem. WIAA require good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators at education-based interscholastic events. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. Profanity, racial, sexist, or ethnic comments or other intimidating actions directed at officials, student athletes, coaches, or team representatives will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal from the site of competition. We hope everyone will enjoy today's event in the spirit of positive sportsmanship. Good luck to both teams. Thank you.
The Oregon cheer squad is firing up the crowd. I will say the Milton Red Hawks brought a good crowd themselves. The stands are nice and full on a beautiful 77-degree sunshine-filled afternoon in Oregon. There is a good wind out there, so that may affect balls in the air a little bit. The Milton Red Hawks come in 11-4-2. 9-3-1 in conference. Oregon played Milton here in Oregon on the 27th of September, and Oregon won 3-0. That was Milton's 4th loss in a row, and one of only 4 losses. So they started out 7-0-1, lost 4 in a row, and then went 6-0-1 since then. They beat DeForest 3-1 in their opening playoff game. Oregon, as you saw here on OCA Media, beat Wilmot Union 9-0 in a mutually agreed upon shortened game. Oregon, in the traditional black and orange jerseys, will be moving from right to left, and they will start with the ball, and they'll be heading into the wind. The wind is from the south, so left to right on your screens. And we're underway. Mason plays the ball back, and Max Westfield plays it up. Ball's over in the corner, but that'll be a throw in for Milton. No, it's throw in for Oregon. Ball bouncing off of heads. Carter Ullman tries to get a foot on it. Can't quite get there in time. There's Casey Schenecker. Welcome back after sitting out one game. Oregon's midfielder is doing a good job of repossessing the ball. Gets it back to Colin Vandermouse. Colin pushes it up in the vicinity of Noah Malcook. They play it out to Anthony Ellert. Here comes Ellert. Nice give and go. Mason Dirks with it. And the entry pass by Kellen Dirks doesn't quite get home. Good ball movement for Oregon. Mouse gets it over to Compton. Defense kicks it wide. Ellert unable to keep it in play. And Milton on a run. Luke Bennett gets the ball away, and he's able to advance it back up the field. And Milton unable to really do anything with it. Casey Schenecker is there. Mason Dirks unable to hang on to the ball. Milton gets the ball in. Ball goes out of bounds off of Carter Allman. Milton throw in. It's a nice deep throw, but Oregon's able to control it. Max Westfield up to Mason Dirks. Dirks punches it forward. Noah was able to get his head on it, but unable to control it from there. Carter Allman is dispossessed of the ball. Well, there's a nice play by Colin, but there's nobody there for Oregon. Milton throw in. Luke Bennett tracking it down. Knocks it out of bounds for the Milton throw in. Allman with a nice pass to Mason Dirks. Ball comes through, and here comes Noah Malcook using his speed. And he pops it out to Carter Allman. Allman crosses. Ball's in front of the goal, but Milton able to clear it. Mason Dirks is on it. Colin Vandermouse gets it back to Ellert, drops it for Schenecker. Schenecker crosses all the way over to Compton. Compton into Westfield. Westfield back to Kellen Dirks. Oh no, that's Anthony Ellert, sorry. Allman with a nifty move there. And Oregon's doing a good job of possessing the ball right now. Ball is to Mason Dirks. And Milton clears it. Allman will take the throw in. Nice shot across there, but saved by Vandermouse. Gets the ball back up into the front. Nice interception there by Casey Schenecker. He gets it forward, and Carter Allman's trying to run it down. Keeps it in bounds. No, he didn't keep it in bounds. Ref seems to be yelling at somebody behind the fence. Not sure what that was. There was some unsportsmanlike conduct happening among the fans. There's usually a group of fans that stand along the fence, not sitting in the bleachers, but just along that fence you can see down there by the ball boy, behind where the throw-in is coming in now. And it seemed like the referee was interacting with somebody down there. That's a really good long throw-in, but Luke Bennett is able to turn it around. Kellen Dirks with possession now. Drops it back for Schenecker, who gets it to Ellert. Ellert sets up Allman. Allman back to Ellert. Nice little give and go between the two of them. And Milton kicks the ball out of bounds. Oregon will throw it in. Kellen Dirks drops it into Mason Dirks. Mason falls down. He's pursuing the ball. He gets a foot on it. Did that count? No, I don't believe it did. I'm not sure what the call was there. Was that offsides? I didn't see the AR's flag up, so. Ullman sends the pass in deep. Milton knocks it back out to Mason Dirks. He crosses the ball all the way over. No, Malcook got a head on it, but it was wide of the goal. Nice stop by Colin Vandermoos. Ullman tries to get it across, but the Milton player is able to stop it. And Milton trying to put something together. But once again, the Oregon defensive line stays organized and reverses the ball. That's back out to Ullman. Throw in. That ball goes out of bounds for a Milton throw in. Milton with their longest possession in Oregon's territory of the game so far. Compton gets a foot on it, gets it cleared. It's a long shot. That goes wide of the goal. One thing you might be noticing is the field has been painted since our last game. Nice orange O in the center, and I like the orange and black striping along the side of the field as well. That's a new touch put in just for this game. Got offsides on Milton there, so Oregon will get the free kick. Mason Dirks controls it, pushes it forward, tried to get it to Malcook, but couldn't get it through the defenders. Bennett reverses the ball there. Kellen Dirks with control. He's able to turn it, fires it forward. Noah Malcook has it. He makes a couple of moves, loses a defender, Gets it forward to Mason Dierks. Mason's trying to make the turn. Drops it back. And Compton was unable to get there and put it in play. But the ball is controlled by Oregon. Up to Kellen Dierks. And the keeper's able to snag the ball there. Mason drops the ball, but Compton wasn't in position to receive the pass. Milton pushing the ball forward. Milton pushes the ball into the box, but nowhere near scoring. I don't think that one was on the frame, so I won't call that a shot on goal. I still have Oregon with 1 shot on goal and Milton with none. Kreckman with a nice kick, but boy, that, you can see the effect of the wind there. That ball didn't even make it to the midfield stripe. That wind is pretty directly in his face coming out of the south. Carter with a nice job of cutting that ball off and keeping the defender from it to protect the Oregon throw-in. We've got some subs coming in. A sub coming in. Looks like Miles Tomlinson coming in for Carter Ullman.
Into the game for the Panthers, number 9, Miles Tomlinson.
Tomlinson's had a nice year coming off the bench for Oregon. He's the 3rd or 4th leading scorer on the team. And he tends to score in bunches. Scored 3 against Monroe in a shortened game down at Monroe. You notice the team has donned their traditional blonde hair for the playoffs. Tradition going back in Oregon for a number of years, as long as I can remember. The team all gets their hair dyed blonde when they go to the state tournament. Makes it very hard for your play-by-play announcer sometimes to figure out which kid is which out there. But sometimes you get used to running styles and other cues that help you figure it out. The ball's popped up into the box, but Milton's able to send it the other way. It was a really nice pass to push it up to the right side. Again, the Oregon defense very organized there, really knowing how to play together. And rather than having 2 guys chase the ball, one chases the ball, the other one gets in position to take the pass. And the 3rd one protects the goalie. No score in the 17th minute on the One Community Bank scoreboard.
Red Hawks, number 2, Sage Brady.
Oregon works the ball up the right side. And there's a foul called. Looks like he's issuing a warning. No yellow card though. It's a nice header from Collin Vandermouse. Oregon able to possess the ball. Here comes Noah. He's got Miles on his left. Noah turns. Might have been better off passing that one. Usually Noah is a very proficient and willing passer, but he kind of dribbled into triple coverage on that play. And there's a foul as Westfield gets knocked down by the Milton player. Be a free kick for Oregon, and looks like Westfield's going to get a little rest on the bench. Took him a minute to get back up. And coming in for Westfield is number 20. That's Cameron Eck came in for Westfield. With the free kick, Mason Dirks skips it. And the goalkeeper's able to get a hold of it.
Into the game for the Panthers is number 20, Cameron Eck.
Defense once again very organized, a lot of composure despite the pressure from Milton on that possession. Able to maintain possession and work the ball back up toward midfield, although Milton was able to take it at that point. Ball's crossed all the way over and out of bounds, and that'll be an Oregon throw. We'll get some substitutions first. Carter Ullman coming back in, along with number 21, Nej Dolbo.
Into the game for the Panthers, number 8, Carter Ullman, and number 21, Nej Dolbo.
Mason Dirks crosses the ball over to Luke Bennett. Luke pushes it forward. Carter drops it back to him. Bennett to Ellert to Bennett to Ellert. Actually, no, that was Kellen Dirks he was going back and forth with. Like I said, blonde hair, everybody's blonde. You can't tell them apart. Bennett with a really strong rejection of that move by the Milton player. But it's a Milton throw-in again. Bennett clears the ball. Oh, that's a nice job by Miles Tomlinson. Which way did he call it there? He was pointing as if the foul was on Milton, but Tomlinson reacted as if the call went the other way. But both players were bumping shoulders into each other, and thought Tomlinson got a little bit aggressive there, but I think the ref called the bump before what looked like a retaliatory bump. There's Ellert with the free kick. That goes wide, and that will be a goal kick for Milton. Colin Vandermouse with the ball. Pushes it forward to Miles Tomlinson. Tomlinson drops it into the corner for Eck, but Eck was counting on the ball coming to him where he was before that. And we got a throw in for Oregon. Throw-in goes into the box. Mason Dirks was pulled down. Luke Bennett with a header over to Colin Vandermouse. Vandermouse pushes it forward. Milton player puts a shoulder into it. But for a second there, Mason Dirks had an opportunity for a shot, but the Milton defense was strong and managed to turn it away. Ball's pushed up and out of bounds, and it should be an Oregon throw. Looks like Mason Dirks is going to take a break.
Game for the Red Hawks, number 14, Brendan Slagle. And back into the game for the Panthers, number 7, Noah Malcook.
And Noah Malcook comes back in. Ball comes out to Ellert. Ellert pushes it forward. Tomlinson's got it. Tomlinson crossing. Tomlinson able to take that ball away. Pretty nifty move. It goes out of bounds. And calling that for Milton. Milton throw in. Nice pass. Dolbo. And he's able to knock the ball in. Terrific pass. Terrific passing by Oregon. Eck with the assist. Dolbo with the goal. And that's one more score for the One Community Bank scoreboard. Oregon is up 1-0.
In the 25th minute, the Oregon Panthers strike first and take a 1-0 lead with the goal from number 21, Nage Dolbo, with an assist to number 20, Cameron Eck.
Oregon with the throw in. Schenecker able to get a hold of that. Gets it over to Nage. Eck kind of stumbles a little bit as he tried to kick that, and it goes well wide of the goal. So the One Community Bank scoreboard has the 26th minute ticking down and a 1-0 lead for the Oregon Panthers over the Milton Red Hawks. That ball's out of bounds. It'll be a goal kick for Oregon. Got another sub. Kellen Dirks comes out.
Back into the game for the Panthers, number 12, Max Westfield.
Thank you, Brittany. Ball's out of bounds for an Oregon throw here. Westfield with a nice move there to get past the Milton defender. Vandermouse gets it up to Dolbo. That gets a foot on it. A little bit chaotic out there. Not seeing the crisp passing that we saw earlier in the game, but we are seeing some really good defense. Defense by the midfield there. Anthony Ellert with a nice play to take that ball away. Ullman using his speed to get past the Milton player. Pushes it forward to Dolbo, but it goes out of bounds. Not sure if that was deflected. Yeah, no. We'll give that one back to Milton. Milton with the free kick. I didn't see the foul. Vandermouse with the ball, pushes it forward. Vandermouse with a nice job of staying with that ball to make sure it did not turn into an offensive opportunity for Milton. Here comes Luke Bennett. He's ready to send it. Pulls it back, gets it over to Ellert. Ellert pushes it over to Vandermouse. Vandermouse pushes it forward. Milton defender gets a head on it. They're able to reverse the ball, but right to Vandermouse. Janiker has it now. Janiker pops it into Dolbo. Dolbo back to Ellert. Ellert sends it through. Malcook falls down. Not really hustling after that ball, and then not a great kick put on it by the Milton defender there. Sends the ball out of bounds for an Oregon throw-in. Mason Dierks coming back in, along with Daniel Compton.
We have two subs aside. Re-entering the game for the Red Hawks, number 2, Sage Grady, and number 5, Tyler Burkhart. And for the Panthers, number 3, Mason Dierks, and number 16, Daniel Compton.
Malcook to take the free kick here. Pops it up in the box. A couple of heads get on it, but ultimately cleared by Milton. Vandermouse tracks it down. He's going to let Kreckman handle it. And Kreckman gets that one up into the wind with a little spin on it, and it just runs all the way out into the construction zone. Vandermouse clears it. Nice header by the Milton player there. A couple of players tripping, but no call. Vandermouse with a nice job clearing the ball. Mason Dierks has it, brings it down. He's mounting the attack. Here's Ullman. What's the whistle there? Offsides. Nice reversal by Schenecker. He gets it to Malcook. Malcook gets around this defender. Malcook challenging the defender again, stumbling a little, crosses the ball. Oh, Compton just missed getting his head on that. It was a little too high for him. The ball goes out of bounds. And that'll be I believe that's going to be a Milton throw in, but we'll have a couple of subs first. Ellert's going out, and Kellen Dirks back in.
Back into the game for the Red Hawks, number 18, Braden Borgerdine. And for the Panthers, number 6, Kellen Dirks.
Compton crosses the ball. Defender gets a head on it. And Milton clears it out and out of bounds for an Oregon throw-in. Bennett throws it in, gets it to Compton. Compton makes a move, gets it to Kellen Dirks. Dirks back to Compton. And the play is thwarted, but it'll be another Oregon throw-in. We're in the 34th minute on the One Community Bank scoreboard, with Oregon leading 1-0 in this second round of the sectional playoffs. Oregon is the higher seed, number 1. Milton is the number 8 seed. Thus, Oregon gets the home game. Now, Malcook with a foot on the ball, gets it wide. Kellen Dirks unable to get the shot off. The ball was bouncing on him a little bit. Nice step in there by Schenecker, and he pops the ball wide of the net. And we'll get another Oregon substitution.
Back into the game for the Panthers, number 10, Anthony Ellert.
Ellert comes in for Max Westfield. Free kick to Milton. And now we'll get the free kick to Oregon. Got 5 minutes left in the first half on the One Community Bank scoreboard. Schenecker gets the ball up to Vandermouse. Vandermouse drives it forward. Eck not able to get there. But Oregon will throw it in. Vandermouse drops it back to Bennett. Bennett pushes it forward. Eck tries to do a pass with the back of his head, but doesn't quite pull it off. Ball is bouncing around with no one really possessing it. Malcook with a nice job stealing it, but then he lost his balance. Oh, maybe he didn't lose his balance. Maybe he had his balance taken from him, as the referee calls a foul and gives Oregon a free kick. It's Malcook. No, Ellert will take the free kick. Referee's pulling him back a little farther. Ellert pops it up into the box. Keeper goes out and gets it. Good play by the keeper. Took all the suspense out of it. Scheneker pushes the ball forward to Eck. Eck drops it to Malcook. Malcook with a great pass through to Mason Dirks. But the ref calls the handball. Dirks doesn't think so, but I think the ref made the right call there. Milton trying to set up an attack. Coming up on 2 minutes left in the half. Ball goes out of bounds. Be a Milton throw in. No, it'll be an Oregon throw in. The center ref overruled the AR. Ref makes a call there, giving Milton a free kick, even though I felt like the Milton player jumped up on top of Mason. It looked kind of like Mason undercut him, but Mason didn't really move. The defender jumped on top of him, so probably looked worse than it really was. Oh, here we go. Oh. Alert. All right, we got another stoppage in play. The 38-38 mark. Trainer's coming out to check on a player that went down on the collision there. Actually, I think it was two Milton players ran into each other that caused that collision. I think he may have twisted his ankle. They seem to be. You can hear just how windy it is here. Even though it's a beautiful sunny day, the wind has that flag almost straight out. All right, he's up on his feet and walking off under his own power, so that's a good sign. And the fans with the polite applause. So with just under a minute and a half left in the half. It's interesting that the Milton coach has taken this opportunity to do a little coaching on the field as he lingers after his players helped off the field. But the ref was nowhere near and so unable to be aware of that. I think the ball was in Oregon's possession at the time of the whistle. So the ref will drop it back into play and give the ball to Oregon. Ullman gets it wide. Ullman gets tripped. We'll get a foul there. Oregon will get a free kick. The ref is signaling for timeout, and he's pulling out a yellow card. And he's sending one of the Milton players off with a yellow. He did seem to stick his foot out and trip him. Looks like Mason Dirks getting set up to take the free kick. He's had some epic free kicks this season. It's a little bit of a tough angle, but wouldn't be shocked to see this go in. Got just about a minute remaining in the half. 39:01. There's the whistle. Ball gets sent back out wide by the defense. It's a really nice kick by Mason, but wasn't able to get it in. Milton will get the throw in. Perhaps an opportunity to make one last run at it before the halftime whistle. And we've got another whistle here. Half a minute left, and ref is going to give the ball to Oregon for a free kick. Ellert pops the ball up near the box.
10, 9, 8, 7.
Ullman with a nice pass across the front of the box. That was a brilliant pass, but nobody from Oregon was able to get a foot into it. And so as the One Community Bank goes to 40 minutes, we are at halftime, with Oregon leading 1-0.
Your halftime score, Milton 0, Oregon 1. Oregon High School is proud to have OCA Media here live streaming this game. If your friends and family can't make it out to watch, give them a call or send them a text and let them know that they can watch the game live. Send them to ocamedia.com.
So Oregon's passing and defense looked solid, as they have for the last dozen or so games, and they were able to get one pass in, one shot into the goal, goal by Dolbo, and Oregon leads 1-0 going to halftime. We'll be back in a little while, right after this break.
touch it. I want to touch it. See if it's like nice. You basically try to get red. You just like slide tackle them.
Welcome back to the second half of this exciting game.
Like that.
Second round of the playoffs, state sectional of the Milton Red Hawks visiting Governor Evers' favorite high school soccer team, the Oregon Panthers. Thanks for joining us for this live stream on OCA Media Sports. This game is brought to you by Bill's Food Center. There's the governor. Stoughton Health, the Oregon Athletic Booster Club. Join our team today and help support our student athletes. And by the Oregon Area Community Cares Coalition. Parenting teens is hard. We're here to help. OCA Media is excited to welcome One Community Bank as our scoreboard sponsor for Panthers soccer. As I mentioned, we've got Governor Evers in attendance here, as his grandson, Casey Scheneker, is one part of that strong back line of defenders that stays nice and organized and does a really good job. So it's good to see the governor here on a beautiful, sunny, 75-degree day in late October. We do have a very strong wind, which will be at the Panthers back the second half.
The field, I'll take a moment to remind everyone to please exhibit good sportsmanship. It makes my job and Mr. Spivak's job a whole lot easier. Thank you.
If your organization would like to join our group of sponsors who make Panther sports possible, please contact Paul at ocamedia.com for more information. That's Paul at ocamedia.com. During the halftime, it looked to me like Coach Mitchell was doing most of the talking in the dugout. That usually means the instruction is tactical. When it's Coach May, it's usually motivational. Milton will get the opening kick for the second half as Oregon had it in the first half. But Oregon will have the wind at their back. And so you can expect Kreckman's goal kicks to go a little bit farther. Bennett, a nice job of taking that ball away from quite a bit of confusion and taking quite a shot from the Milton player and drawing the foul. Luke Bennett adjusts his socks, but he's one tough player. One tough player out there. Took a pretty hard shot from that Middleton player, and it didn't even hardly faze him. Part of what makes this defense so strong is there's a lot of toughness on that back line. Compton with the kick. Drops it into the box. Keeper gets a hand on it and pushes it away. But Ellert's able to control it. Ellert turns the corner. And he drives the ball back into the box again. Compton with a kick, and that catches the corner of the goal. What a terrific shot by Daniel Compton. Snatched the ball right out of the air on the pass from Anthony Ellert. That feel-good goal by Daniel Compton can go up on the One Community Bank scoreboard at the 41:03 mark.
In the 42nd minute, Oregon Panthers get on the board for the second time with a goal by number 16, Daniel Compton.
Compton did a really, really good job of staying composed with that ball and putting a good foot on it, sending it into the corner of the goal. Bennett with another nice defensive play. Mason Dirks gets it forward to Compton. Compton able to clear the defender, makes the turn, he crosses the ball into the box. Oh, Malcook was unable to get the shot off. Bennett's got it, restarting it. Dirks put a little bit of a foot on the ball to change the trajectory of it, but it wasn't going quite fast enough to get past the goalkeeper. It wasn't a bad attempt. It does appear that Oregon has made an adjustment and they're being a little bit more aggressive and pushing their defense up a little farther in an effort to really start the offense. Nice play there by Max Westfield, but Milton was able to recover. Kellen Dirks, he gets it forward to Mason Dirks. Mason swings around wide. He's waiting for the other players to come down. And he crosses it. Max Westfield is on it now. And I guess he's calling a handball there. Kind of bounced up into his midsection, but might have hit his hand, but I didn't see it. If Oregon can hold on and win here, the next game will be Thursday, October 27th at 7 p.m. Central. Ball goes deep into Oregon territory, but the Oregon defense is there and able to turn it away. Compton pushes the ball forward to Malcook, but defense. Schenecker dropping back with the ball. He plays it to Kreckman. Kreckman pushes it up to Vandermouse. Vandermouse plays it off the Milton player for an Oregon throw-in. He gets it to Ullman. Ullman, great speed. He drives the ball forward, gets it to Malcook. Malcook able to stay on it. Turns the ball back toward the box. Oh, just misses Mason Dirks' head. The defender was just able to get in the way of that play and send it out of bounds. But that looks like a corner kick for Oregon, yes? So Ellert to take the corner. Ball goes a little long and gets cleared out the other side for an Oregon throw-in. throw-in goes out of bounds, and Milton will get a goal kick out of it. Milton pushes the ball forward, but Scheneker's there. Scheneker plays it off the defender, off the Milton player. That ball goes well wide of the goal. Another attempt by Milton that's not on the frame. I still don't have them with a shot on goal at this point. The defense has been that solid. Kellen Dierks with a nice move there. He winds up getting pushed. And we're going to get another yellow card here. And number 15 is going to be sent off with the yellow card. Yeah, he just stuck his foot out and tripped him. Not sure there was any intent there, but for a second I thought there might have been some frustration in that foul, but I think it was just a mistake. I think he just stepped on the back of his foot when I look at the replay. So Ellert set to take the kick. Just inside the mid-stripe.
Number 2, Sage Grady. And for the Panthers, number 20, Cameron Eck.
Ellert puts the ball into the box. Keeper comes out and gets it. Keeper's done a nice job on some of those plays where he just comes out and grabs the ball with both hands and prevents any sort of chaos that can ensue from the ball bouncing around on the ground or in the air. Here comes Ullman. Another opportunity to show off that speed. He drops it back. Back to Ullman. Ullman crosses it. Westfield's chasing it. Westfield able to control it, sends it back to Ellert. Ellert back to Westfield. Westfield able to control the ball, gets it across. And Noah Malcook able to get a foot on that ball, as the goalie couldn't hang on to it. The goalie got his hand on it, but he dropped it, and Malcook was able to come around and put a foot on the ball.
In the 47th minute, the Panthers with their third goal.
He got that with his shin guard, it looked like. So Noah Malcook. Noah Malcook at the 46:53 mark puts Oregon's third goal on the One Community Bank scoreboard. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll be an Oregon throw-in. Oregon doing a nice job of moving the ball. Here comes Ullman again. Ullman gets the ball taken away. Dierks with the shot. Once again, the goalie drops it, but this time he's able to grab it again without any further damage, because Compton was right there ready to punch it in if it got loose. Westfield gets it over to Ullman. Ullman pops it up to Dierks, but Milton defense gets a hold of it, puts it out of bounds. Oregon throw in. The ball comes all the way across. Compton's trying to corral it. Compton crosses it, but it hits the Milton defender, and Compton takes it back. Ellert with the ball. He takes a shot. That's off the crossbar. was a really nice move there by Mason Dirks to control that ball before it goes out of bounds. But he winds up getting called for the foul there. I think he may have lifted his feet up a little too high for the referee's liking. Schenecker with a header. We get another foul. Referee shielding his eyes as if he didn't see the play very well, but nonetheless awards the free kick to Milton. Ball comes in, but Schenecker's there to turn it away. Eck puts a head on the ball and sends it wide. Bennett pushes the ball forward just out of the reach of Mason Dirks. Eck gets the ball to Mason Dirks, who gets it to Malcook. Malcook makes his moves. Malcook gets tripped. No call. No call. Ball goes to Ellert. Ellert back to Vandermouse. Vandermouse gets it up to Carter Ullman. Ullman turns the ball around, makes a nice move there. Gets it to Dirks. Dirks crosses it, but it goes out of bounds. He's trying to get that ball to Eck on the far post, but they were unable to connect. Colin Vandermouse sits down, and it looks like Pierce Nelson coming in. Nelson had a really nice game in the first game against Wilmot Union. Really showed up every time the defense needed somebody.
Panthers, number 13, Pierce Nelson.
Every time the Panthers defense needed somebody to be there, Nelson was there. It's the kind of defense that can really serve you well in the state playoffs. Milton with the free kick. The ball goes out of bounds. And they didn't see it, but it's a Milton throw-in. Oh. That looked like it hurt. Two players went up for the ball, and I think Westfield, or was it Ellert, hit him in the head. I don't see any cards coming out from the ref, but just two players going after it hard, and one of them got hit. Get a sense of how strong the wind is. You could hear it on the field mic there that we just turned down, and that's the sound of the AR's flag blowing in the wind. The Milton player is up on his feet and walking off under his own power. It's Carter Smith, one of the captains on the team. He's a junior. And given that he seemed to get hit in the head, that might invoke the concussion protocol. But we'll leave that for the trainers to sort out. And Oregon with the kick. sends it long. Basically just turns the ball back over to Milton, but in their own end. Actually, I think that was Eller kicked that ball. Milton gets the ball advanced into the forward part of the field, but once again the Oregon defense, nice and organized. They get the ball to Kreckman, and Kreckman's able to reverse it and send it down the field. Here comes Noah Malcook with a nice move. Noah pushes it out wide. It's Cameron Eck. He loses the ball. Bennett, I don't know. I thought Bennett did a nice job of defending that ball. I guess the ref thought he might have had his arm around the Milton player a little bit. So the free kick for Milton. Coming up on the 54th minute on the One Community Bank scoreboard. That ball is out wide, and that'll be an Oregon throw-in. But we're going to get some substitutions first. Looks like Vandermouse is coming back in for Westfield.
Back into the game for the Panthers, number 5, Colin Vandermouse, and number 9, Miles Tomlinson.
Tomlinson was the other sub that came in. Mason with a nice run here. Got an opportunity. He's going to, oh, he got tripped. He got tripped just as he was about to take the shot. What are we calling there, ref? We calling a free kick just outside the box? I think that's what he's calling, yes. And I think that was the right call looking at the replay. Actually called it well outside the box from where they've positioned the ball. Keeper's able to stop that shot from Dierks. Call that the 5th shot on goal, though, for Oregon, as that was in the box. It's on frame. We've got a sudden yellow card for Noah Malcook. I'm not sure what that was for. I don't know if he said something or what happened, but Noah Malcook with the yellow card. Oh no. Was that Schenecker with the yellow card? Well, if Schenecker got that yellow card, that's going to count against him in the accumulation of yellows, because he already sat out one game for having 5 yellow cards in the regular season. And because his situation carried into the playoffs with having 5 yellow cards and a suspension for that first game, they keep accumulating instead of resetting back to 0. Had he gotten through that last regular season game without a yellow card, they would have reset to 0. But now if he gets to 8 yellow cards on the season, he'll have to sit out another game. So he's going to have to be careful the rest of the way. Seems to be an awful lot of confusion coming from the coaching staff and the players to try to understand that call. Looking at a replay in the booth here, trying to see if we can figure out what happened. Watching the replay, I still don't see anything. He was definitely there when the keeper fumbled the ball a little bit, but didn't seem to make any kind of even aggressive play. So if the ref was trying to protect the goalie, perhaps by not allowing him to swing a foot at the ball while the goalie was grabbing it, I don't think that was what happened. We're at the 54-50 mark on the One Community Bank scoreboard. And Milton's going to have a goal kick here, and we'll get back to play. And that ball sails out of bounds for an Oregon throw-in. So Pierce Nelson has come in for Casey Schenecker, as he did for the whole game against Wilmot Union. And if we need to count on him, at least we know he's done it. Malcook with the ball. Malcook still has the ball. That gets a foot on it. Oh, a nice turn by Mason Dirks. I didn't think he was going to be able to get a shot off there. He spun and stuck that in the upper right-hand corner. So put that one on the One Community Bank scoreboard.
In the 56th minute, the Panthers' 4th goal scored by number 3, Mason Dirks.
I think that assist came from Eck. And we're at 55-25 on the One Community Bank scoreboard, with Oregon up now 4-0. And I feel a little more confident now talking about the next game will be Thursday the 27th here at Huntoon Field. And that game will be against the winner of Baraboo and Elkhorn. So it'll be a tough game no matter which team emerges from there. Oregon with the throw in here. Kellen Dirks trying to set something up. Gets double teamed, loses the ball. Vandermouse gets it over to Bennett. Bennett drives it forward. Beck has it. That gets it to Ellert. Ellert pushes it forward. That gets through to Dirks again. He drops it for Tomlinson. Tomlinson takes the shot, and that gets past the goalie. Mason Dirks with a really nice assist on the Tomlinson goal. So that goal was by Miles Tomlinson with an assist from Mason Dirks. And speaking of assists, One Community Bank can assist you with all your banking needs. Oregon is up 5-0 now. So whatever those adjustments were that Coach Mitchell talked about in the first half, they're paying off. 1-0 halftime, and here at the 56-36 mark, Oregon is up 5-0. So 4 second half goals, and Oregon is threatening again. Kellen Dierks turns, tries to take the shot, but the defender gets a block on it. Dierks again, still fighting through the crowd.
The Panthers' 5th goal was scored by number 9, Miles Tomlinson, with an assist to number 3, Mason Dierks.
Ullman has it. Ullman takes an elbow and keeps on running. Ullman continues to fight for that ball, but he loses it out of bounds. Good effort by Carter Ullman there. Milton throw in, popped in the air. Ellard has it. Ellard gets it forward. Bounces around a little bit. Ellard still has possession, and we've got a whistle. Number 22 is going to be called for the foul, and Oregon will have the free kick from there. Number 22 looks a little bit frustrated for Milton there. It's Carter Smith. He's one of the ones that went off injured earlier in the game, one of their team captains. I imagine he's not too happy about what's happened here today, but it's important to stay composed. Ellard pops the ball into the box. Dolbo almost had a head on it. Nelson with a nice stop there to rekey the Oregon attack. He pops it forward to Mason Dierks. Mason makes a nice move. He centers it. And it goes out of bounds for a goal. No, kicked out of bounds by Milton, so that'll be a corner kick. Oregon keeping the pressure on. One of the things I love about this team is they don't sit back in a prevent defense. They keep attacking. Here's the corner. Beautifully into the box. Carter pressuring the defender, but the ball goes out the back, and it'll be a goal kick for Milton. Some good cheering by the Oregon cheer team. They're excited to see how well the Panthers are doing now. Ellert with a nice pass forward, but a little too far for Ullman to get there. Ullman hustling back. He's able to prevent that from becoming an attack. He gets a foot on the ball to deflect the pass. Really good play there from Carter Ullman. Not the kind of thing that shows up in the box score, but kind of thing you see on winning teams. Kellen Dierks gets the ball forward to Mason Dierks. Mason has it down in the corner. He's able to turn. Dierks drops it back to his brother Kellen. Kellen's going to take the ball into the box. Eck gets a foot on it. Nelson punches it forward. Dolbo with the shot. And the keeper's able to handle it. Call that Oregon's 9th shot on goal for the game. And it's 5-0 on the One Community Bank scoreboard in the 61st minute. So we're under 20 minutes left to go here in this game. And Oregon is on the verge of making it to the sectional semifinals. Ball gets through to Dolbo. Dolbo turns. Almost had attack there. Oregon throw in. Substitution here. Looks like it might be Juan Carcano coming in for Mason
Into the game
Dirks.
for the Panthers, number 4, Juan Carcano.
Carcano's looked really good in the games when he's played. He's had some really nice moves, handles the ball well, and can get his shot off. Nelson pushes it forward, gets to Dolbo. Dolbo falls down and loses the ball. Vandermouse gets it back. Ellard with some nice moves to keep the ball away from the Milton defenders. And Carcano's on it now. Milton gets the ball up. Kellen Dierks avoids the slide tackle. Ball goes out of bounds, and that'll be a Milton throw in. Milton player went down pretty hard and was able to get the foul call. Ball is driven deep into the Oregon end and sent back by that stiff Oregon defense. Oh, Carcano was just a half a step late getting to that ball, or he might have had a breakaway. Vandermouse clears it, just puts it out of bounds. It'll be a Milton throw in. Here comes a Milton throw. Gets it near the box, popped up. Oregon defense not able to clear it yet. That one goes out the back. And we're going to get a corner. We get a corner for Milton. I'm not sure they've had another corner before this. Maybe they had one in the first half. Milton player taking his time, considering they're down 5-0. Don't know how wise that is. He puts it all the way through the box. Winds up getting the ball stopped by his own man. Couldn't get out of the way. Here's Carcano now. See what he can do with the ball. Pushes it forward, but off the defender. And we've got a stoppage in play as one of the Milton players behind the play couldn't get back up.
Several recent subs for the Red Hawks. Number 4, Caleb Billhorn. Number 5, Tyler Burkhart. And number 19, Colton Rauschenberger. And then into the game for the Panthers, number 17, Liam Holtzen.
Milton bringing the attack. Ball stopped by Vandermouse. Then popped out past wide of the goal. That'll be an Oregon goal kick. Vandermouse sitting down, and Nick Schaefer comes in.
Into the game for the Panthers, number 22, Nick Schaefer.
Holtzen trying to corral the ball, but he winds up getting the call from the ref. And another free kick for Oregon. In the 66th minute on the One Community Bank scoreboard. With Oregon leading 5-0. Gaillard getting ready to take the kick. And he sends it down into the box. That ball's going to go out of bounds. Some nice pressure put on there by Dalbo. Ullman with the throw in. Back to Ullman. Ullman was winding up like it was going to send it into the box, but the defender was able to stop him. That's a nice job by Nick Schaefer to get back there. Prevent that ball from making it through. Here comes Nelson. He'll bring it all the way back to Kreckman. Kreckman will restart the play. It's a really good hustle by Nick Schaefer on that play. Holtzen with the ball. He gets dispossessed, but Oregon gets it right back. Oregon's doing a really good job tonight today of picking each other up. If one player gets beat or loses the ball, there's somebody right behind him to fight for it. It's a really good sense that this team has gelled and they're playing for one another, which I felt was a huge key on that undefeated team last year. They really played for one another and not as much for individual glory. Ullman with a nice job on that ball. He gets the ball forward to Dalbo. Dalbo crosses it. Carcano was a little bit out of position to take that pass, but he gets back and finds it. And he takes the shot, but it goes wide. Carcano with a nice job turning and getting that shot off, but it wasn't on the frame. We'll get a couple more subs. I see Owen Mitchell coming in. And Dalbo and Ullman go out. And is that Casey Fox? Yeah, number 19, Casey Fox, and Owen Mitchell are in the game now. Goal kick for Milton.
Into the game for the Red Hawks, number 11, Elijah Bordeaux. And for the Panthers, number 19, Casey Fox, and number 24, Owen Mitchell.
A little more than 10 minutes left. The 69th minute. Mitchell turned that ball nicely, but defender knocked it out of bounds. Throw in held up by a couple more subs for Oregon.
Entering the game for the Panthers, number 18, Keegan Langenau, and number 25, Henry Kreckman.
Langenau not in the game for very long before he gets absolutely crushed by the Milton defender. Interesting given the yellow cards we've seen that didn't draw a card, but just a foul. I sure would like to know what Casey Schenecker did to earn his yellow card, because that could have real implications down the line if he gets any more. He now counts as having 6 on the year. And if you get, oh, there is a yellow card coming for that. It took a long time to get that out of his pocket there. I'm not sure why he waited. Yellow card goes against, is it number 11 on Elijah Bordeaux?
Re-entering the game for the Red Hawks, number 2, Sage Grady. And number 7, Brandon Tenorio.
And here we go with the free kick. Keeper gets a hand on it, almost fumbles it, but able to spin around and pick it up. That will count as the 10th Oregon shot on goal against none for Milton. Nelson gets a hit on it, and then Liam Holtzen gets a hit on it, and Oregon once again pushes the ball into the Milton end. Carcano dogging the Milton player and forces him into just dribbling the ball out of bounds. Really good defense, really good play there by Carcano to pressure the man with the ball, but then Oregon loses it out of bounds for the Milton throw-in. Mitchell to Kreckman. Milton has it. They send it forward. Nelson puts a good head on the ball and gets it back into the other end. Yeah, that ball was out of bounds. AR didn't see it, but the center ref did. Nick Schaefer with the throw in. Gets it into Mitchell. Bennett gets it up to Schaefer. Schaefer to Mitchell. He gets it across to Kreckman. And Eck loses it. Be an Oregon throw in. Eck fumbling with it a little bit, but he drops it back for Bennett. Bennett plays it out wide to Schaefer. Mitchell there to save it from going out of bounds, or not. That time the AR had an eye on it. We'll get a Milton sub here. Be a Milton throw in. Late in the 73rd minute. And we'll get some substitutions. Bennett will take a seat and Colin Vandermouse will come back in. Milton taking out some of their star players, and the fans showing their appreciation for the season as their seniors, and this will be their last game. And so the parents appreciating the efforts of their kids. As Carcano takes a shot into the box and the keeper's able to stop it.
into the game for the Red Hawks at goal, number 0, Max Mater. And subbing in number 5, Tyler Burkhart, and number 11, Elijah Bordeaux. And for the Panthers, number 5, Colin Vandermouse.
Ellert crosses the ball into the box, but the defender's able to get a head on it and clear it. Eck with a nice job to step in the way of that pass. He gets it to Kreckman. Carcano's got it now. Back over to Mitchell. Mitchell crosses it. Keegan Langenhall trying to get a shot off. I think Oregon's going to get a corner kick out of it. And we've got 5 minutes left in the game. With Oregon leading 5-0 on the One Community Bank scoreboard. That kicks into the box. And Oregon gets one more in. So the corner kick came in, and that was knocked in by Henry Kreckman, the goalkeeper's brother. So the Panthers put one more on the One Community Bank scoreboard.
Peyton Breitbach. And scoring Oregon's 6th goal of the game, number 25, Henry Kreckman.
Nice job, Henry. I think that's his 2nd or 3rd goal on the season. He played 2nd or 3rd goal with the varsity team. He played most of the year with the junior varsity team. And in the playoffs, Mitchell likes to bring up some of the JV players and let them play with the varsity and hopefully get them some playoff minutes so that they're ready for future years. Or in the case of seniors like Owen Mitchell, just give them the opportunity to play in the playoffs after all their years of hard work to come to all those practices and play all those games for the Panthers over their 4 years in school. It's a really strong program here in Oregon. As I said, it's the governor's favorite program. But it looks like he may have gone home already.
We'd like to take a quick moment to thank today's ball kids for being here and helping us keep the pace of play moving. Thank you to our Oregon Youth Soccer Club ball kids for being here today.
Kreckman plays the goal kick up. Nick Schaefer does a nice job of getting the ball into the front of the field. Slide tackle there goes unwhistled. We're in the 78th minute. Kreckman gets the pass to Carcano. Carcano gets double teamed. He drops the ball back to Eck. Eck pushes it through to Fox, or Holtzen rather. Holtzen trying to get a shot off. That goes off the defender out the back line, and that'll be a corner kick for Oregon. We've got 2 minutes left in the game. Oregon with the corner. Vandermouse with the shot, but it goes wide. And it'll be a goal kick for Milton. Oregon has looked really good here. Things I'm noticing, a 6-0 advantage with 10 shots on goal to none. I'm not sure which is more impressive, that 60% of the shots on goal got past the keeper, or that the Oregon defense held a second straight playoff opponent to no shots on goal. There were no shots on goal by Wilmot Union, and so far none that were on target for the Milton Red Hawks today. Vandermouse plays it out wide to Schaefer as we're down to the final minute. Yep. I call a handball. This ball went off the player's elbow. So Oregon with a free kick. As we're ticking down the last 35 seconds of the game here. Nick Schaefer will take the kick. That gets down into the box nicely, and the keeper does a good job of coming out and get it. I don't know if you heard, but they did switch keepers a little earlier in the game. Maxwell Manor came in.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, game.
And that's the game. So the final score here at Huntoon Field is Oregon 6, the Milton Red Hawks nothing.
Soccer match, the Milton Red Hawks 0, Oregon Panthers 6. The next Oregon boys home soccer match will be this Thursday when the Panthers will host Elkhorn in the sectional semifinal game. We anticipate a 7 o'clock start. And momentarily, the Panthers will receive a regional championship plaque near our fancy O in the center of the field.
So regional championship for the Oregon Panthers. And Brittany's going to go down onto the field and present the team with their regional championship plaque as they are headed on to a Thursday night game against Elkhorn. That's Thursday, October 27th. We expect it'll be a 7 p.m. start. I don't imagine it'll be in the upper 70s for that game, and it certainly won't be sunny at 7 p.m. But this was another terrific game for the Oregon Panthers. Really good ball movement, really crisp passing, really good accuracy on their shots. 10 shots on goal, 6 of them went in. Not a lot of shots that missed the goals entirely. Milton had no shots on goal, which is an indication of a really strong defense by the Oregon team. So another good job of playing well at a time when it matters in the season by the Oregon Panthers. So thank you for joining us for today's live stream on OCA Media Sports. We'd once again like to thank our sponsors who made this program possible. Bill's Food Center, Stoughton Health, the Oregon Athletic Booster Club. Join our team today and help support our student athletes. And by the Oregon Area Community Coalition. Parenting teens is hard, we're here to help. Oregon Cares. The final score on the One Community Bank scoreboard is Oregon 6, Milton nothing. On behalf of OCA Media Sports production crew, thank you for watching Panther Soccer on OCA Media Sports. I'm Tim Higgins, signing off with my man Corbin on the camera. And we'll see you Thursday night.